filmmakers and actors.
And the best screenplay goes to Greta Gerwig for Lady Bird.
Great award for Best Director goes to Jordan Peele.
And how about all the documentaries? All right, but back to Jordan Peele.
This is a ceremony honoring independent film, independent-oriented media. And again, I have faith, like the people that are being given the keys. I've gotten to know a lot of you now, and we're gonna do it, man. We're gonna make this change. And
we're stories from the outsider, stories from the people in this room, the same stories from that independent filmmakers have been telling for years are being honored and recognized and celebrated.
Hey guys, it's Carolyn, and right now I'm here at the 33rd Annual Film Independent Spirit Awards, where today they will be celebrating the best of independent film. The carpet's about to begin. Let's take a first look. How has it felt for you on this ride with all the accolades and now actually winning this award?
It feels fantastic. If you make these films with really small financial backing, and it's hard to get people to get behind you, but when organizations like Film Independent recognize your work, it validates all the sort of blood, sweat, and tears that you put into these things.
You're going to continue making social issue type films?
My next one is.
Okay, tell us about that.
It's with Macro, and they're a fantastic company. I think they share the same, vision and beliefs that I do in terms of what filmmaking should be. So I'm really excited to work with them, and it is another social issue film. I don't know how much I'm allowed to say because we haven't actually talked about when I have press what I should say. So but yeah, it's also a film that I feel is giving a platform to people who don't have a voice right now.
Well, I know that you just had a baby since I last spoke with you. How has being a parent changed your outlook in the craft that you do?
It's made a huge difference in the type of art that I want to create, because I know when my daughter becomes, self-thinking, that I'm going to have to answer to her. And she will maybe ask me why I made certain decisions or why I decided to tell certain stories, and I want to be able to stand in front of her and be proud of everything I make. So, yeah.
Walk me through the process. I mean, they're very distinct characters. Obviously, you guys did a really, really good job with all the accolades that it's receiving. Walk me through the process.
Well, it really starts with the collaboration of speaking with Dee.
Sit down with Dee and we talk about ideas, make lists, and try to go not for the ordinary ideas. And we really started with Jason Mitchell.
And Rob Morgan.
Yeah, and Rob Morgan,
they
who
were
was
the
someone
first
that
two.
Dee has worked with for a long time, and is an actor that we've auditioned for years in New York, and that's where it started.
Yeah.
And then we discussed Mary J. Blige, who was an out of the ordinary idea.
Uh-huh. I mean, how does that come out? Like, how does Mary J. Blige come to the table?
Well, it was just a series of discussions as an idea, and then she met with Dee.
Yeah, and Dee and she had a great meeting, and we all fought for her. So,
talk to me about working with Dee. I mean, I've spoken to other people. They say that she's absolutely wonderful.
Well,
Dee is incredible.
Dee is amazing. She has a laser-like focus on when she wants an actor, we go after that actor. Mm-hmm. And sometimes, it may not be the producer or the studio's first choice, but, we just fight. And, maybe we'll give in on one role to get the actor for this role. And we end up with a great ensemble in the end.
It's been, really rewarding. I think that was the goal. I know with Tommy, he wanted The Room to be nominated for an Oscar, and then when I wrote the book, I wanted that to be nominated for an Oscar. So I think it all came together in a very satisfying way.
I submitted to Oscar 2003, and I'm an optimistic guy. But I did not realize that all this stuff will happen after that. So everything started from his book, as you know, was nominated an Oscar for the best screen based on the original book, Disaster Artist by Greg Sestero. So I'm very happy what happened, you know what I'm saying? And I think I appreciate all of you guys, and I appreciate all the fans of The Room, everybody in the world, because I think, it's not just that, just think about what people are blogging about, but when you see the person like we are here, we talk, it's much different. So thank you very much.
I mean, come on! What kind of friggin' person bashes in their friend's knee? Who would do that to a friend?
It was a pleasure to work on. It was the director, Craig Gillespie, I've worked with a whole bunch of times, and I love working with him, so I wanted to do it just for that. Then when when I read the script and the dailies started coming in and I saw how good it was, I was like, this is even better.
Talk to me about that. Talk to me about the excitement when you start to see that you're working on something that looks not only visually pleasing, but also has a really good story.
Yes, it was really fun. I mean, you can, early on in the editorial process, you can never really tell if a movie's going to be good or bad. There may be moments that are really good, but until you have the whole story and the pacing and the rhythm and everything, it's hard to tell. But even with this one, I have to say, it was coming in and I was like, I don't want to jump to any conclusions, but I think it's actually really interesting and really good and different and unique.
Oh, it was wonderful. I was actually on day one of my honeymoon, and I was sitting in a car looking over the Golden Gate Bridge, and we were watching on Facebook Live, and when I won, my then fiance, now husband, and I were over the moon. We just started screaming in the car, and then I got out and did a big starburst jump in front of the Golden Gate Bridge. So I've still been on cloud nine, and then to be the winner of the Piaget Award was just, it's life-changing.
So, as a filmmaker, I'm sure your intention isn't to be winning awards, but when the accolades are being recognized, ultimately, where does that put you in a headspace for your next film?
Well, to me, it just keeps showing that it kind of endorsement for what you want to do and what you believe in to keep going. So for me, it's not just a platform for the film's exposure, but for myself, it's just that reiterating conference, like what you do matters, the story you tell is important, people want to see it, and it has an audience, and that kind of affirmation and help is just catapulting both for your confidence and your career, and it's just that reassuring moment that what you're doing is worth it.
Your film is so beautiful. I just have to say, I mean, obviously it's been nominated and has won so many awards, but how does that make you feel?
It's fantastic. I mean, and as an editor living all the time in the darkness, for me it's very weird to be in the crowd today with the movie. I usually go, to premieres and share the movie with the audience, but then I'm done and I'm back in the editing room for another project. So it's almost the end of a path that led us all over the world with so much warmth. There are people writing me. It's fantastic because I think we touched people's hearts, and it's something you aim when you make a movie, but not just thinking about it and as your goal, but you hope that you will reach the heart. This time we did, and so I'm incredibly happy.
Did you like this video? What movies did you see in 2017? Don't forget to comment below, give me a like, and don't forget to subscribe. My name is Carolyn. Peace out, guys.